Back to another video. We ready to get back into this one. Here we go. This is our deep fry iconic American snacks with no experience by the Takedown Twins.
Okay, so today we are deep frying iconic American snacks and seeing which work best, or if they even work at all. Well, that didn't work at all. Aww. Starting with the Little Debbie Strawberry Shortcake Roll.
Ooh, starting off with one of my favorites.
But first, we've got to make some batter. And given the fact that we have absolutely no idea what we're doing, we followed a very basic recipe we found on the internet and scaled it up a few times. That seemed like the simplest way to go about this, but was it the smartest? You'll have to wait and see. Should we mention, we have never deep fried anything, ever. But we did watch a few YouTube tutorials in a Walmart parking lot before going in and purchasing this fryer along with the rest of the supplies. So if you were wondering, this is not an ad for the Presto 5-quart dual basket Pro Fry Immersion Element Deep Fryer. Let's try this thing.
Looks interesting.
Bruh. It works. Yup.
It looks
I'm
like
gonna toss some whipped cream on it. Wow! Whoa! The cream filling from the shortcake roll did become undetectable, but that honestly didn't negatively impact the experience at all. It's gonna be a hell of a day, man. I am already greasy. Let's move on. To what's gotta be one of the greatest flavor combinations of all time. This iconic sandwich dates all the way back to 1901, and I'm 100% certain they had no plans on deep frying it back then. Well, there's absolutely nothing more American than a peanut butter and jelly, so we've got some deep fried grape Uncrustables.
The Uncrustables are uncanny, bro. No beating them.
This thing looks so sick. Yeah, so sick. Are you hearing this? Now we'll be keeping track of our favorites and pitting those against each other before determining the official best of the day.
Is it good?
That is elite. The warm peanut butter and the warm jelly, of course. But then the textures, the sticky peanut butter with that super crisp exterior. That was unbelievable.
I felt like y'all kind
it turned the bread into like a fritter of sorts too. Almost like we've never had a clam cake. It tastes like that. Unbelievable, but we've got some more to try. And out of the epic amount of iconic items getting deep fried today, the Uncrustable is already headed to the final battle. Now we've got a fan favorite Pop-Tart flavor entering the arena. And apparently at some point in this endeavor, we decided that we were topping these, so here's some marshmallow fluff and Ghirardelli chocolate sauce. So the Uncrustable is currently in the lead, but let's see if a s'mores Pop-Tart can outdo it. I guess I'm putting whipped cream on everything today. I didn't anticipate doing that. This has already got marshmallow fluff
this is toasted
and chocolate sauce on it. I'm good with that. All right, let's try it. That sound seriously never gets old, man. Everything's gonna be good today. Unfortunately, that was not necessarily the case. Whoa. But deep frying this Pop-Tart couldn't have gone better. Apparently air frying Pop-Tarts is a big thing recently. That sounds slightly less lethal. Definitely the best Pop-Tart I've ever had. You lose graham in the whole thing, like frying it and the coating and everything. Yep. You lose graham entirely, but the chocolate and marshmallow, especially with how we topped it, both did wonders for it, but still not touching the Uncrustable. Yeah, it was epic, but not epic enough.
Oh, these are probably great.
Things surprisingly were going pretty smoothly starting out, but this selection of snack cake is where our lack of experience became a bit more evident.
Oh, God.
Admittedly, I've never really cared for the Hostess Snowball, but let's see if deep frying it redeems it in any way. Yeah, not that that went particularly smoothly. It only makes sense that we think that they suck, and frying it sucked.
Yeah, I don't think these were meant to be fried.
Still sounds so epic though. That's the crispiest one we've had yet. The coconut really took well to crisping. It became caramelized. Yeah. Now, if you're not familiar, the Hostess Snowball is a cream-filled chocolate cake coated in marshmallow and rolled in pink coconut.
Strawberry.
Not that bad, but also not great in my opinion. I think it's at the bottom of my list. It surprised me. I actually thought it turned out a lot better than I was expecting, but still doesn't touch the Uncrustable.
So on to some iconic chocolate bars. Fresh out the freezer as we saw recommended online, but we managed to overlook one very important thing.
I don't think that works.
How do you fry these?
I don't think this one worked at all.
The batter recipe for deep frying chocolate bars on that same website was completely different, but we only bought one of each, so we're trying these regardless.
That one worked a little bit. Yeah.
What the fuck is that? I'm not eating that.
So we started off strong, but we're starting to lose it, but I'm still excited to try these regardless. We've got a Three Musketeers and a cookie dough Milky Way. Let's start with the Three Musketeers. Let's do that. I think what happened was we lost a lot of the chocolate, but we maintained a lot of the center. Yeah, it actually becomes extremely chewy, and it takes an otherwise light chocolate bar, and it makes it extremely heavy. I actually liked it.
I'm not eating it.
All right, now cookie dough Milky Way. I was really excited about this one. I'll tell you what, I like that one a lot. Yeah, that may have been a disaster, but those were good. Yeah, just how overly creamy
but they're not
that
touching.
caramel got.
That's what they probably gonna say.
But still not awesome enough.
Yeah.
Kami selalu memikirkan
Oatmeal
semua
cream pie?
kami.
I don't even know how that
Itulah
works.
sebabnya kami punya
They're too
100 juta
soft, right?
trader.
It would come out burnt, wouldn't it?
But now we're on to what's got to be one of the most beloved items from any American snack cake brand. If we manage to screw this up, it will be the first time I've ever been let down by an oatmeal cream pie.
Yeah, you're cheating. This is
At this point, I
Why
feel
they
like
keep
I am
adding stuff
covered
on?
in a film of grease,
Feel
but
like
that does
that's
not
like-
remove my excitement for these next items. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of a pie round. We've got the classic, iconic Little Debbie oatmeal cream pie, which we doctored up with some Biscoff spread. Dude, this thing weighs 3 times more than it did before. I know. I think we must be getting oil like seeped into the products. We don't know what we're doing. That's also a very hefty dose of Biscoff. Yes, this thing's heavy, man. Let's try it. We may have found our next contender for number 1. This is goo inside. Let me try to show that one more time before
Nah,
we finish.
y'all cheated. I don't care about that.
I can't believe what this is. Holy cow.
Truly an iconic item right here. These bad boys have been part of the Little Debbie lineup since the brand launched in 1960.
I guess when you fry an oatmeal cream pie, it just becomes goo. And I was right about the oil. It could drip off my fingertips right now. But oh my god, that's a new number 1 for me. It's up there. I'm gonna have to think about it, but it's up there. Yep. All right, next up, we have got a mini pecan pie.
Pecan pecan, we know.
I really like a regular pecan. Not the low pie. Yeah, they cheated.
It needs some whipped cream. Oh, baby. Let's see. This thing doesn't even weigh as much as that oatmeal cream pie. That's how heavy that thing was. Yeah.
Appearance at some point in this video, but probably not this
Are
one.
these Twinkies?
Deep fried Oreos are a classic fair food, but I've never had a deep fried Nutter Butter, so we're gonna have to try that. Yes, no, we topped it with Ghirardelli chocolate sauce too. I wonder if you can see how foggy it is in here on camera. Yeah, it is. I'll be very surprised if the fire alarm doesn't go off. All right, let's try this.
And we're still surprised it didn't. Speaking of state fairs, nearly a week later, it still smells like one in here.
That's legendary. Okay, that's way better than I thought it would be.
We expected this to taste as disastrous as it looked, but that was far from the case.
I am blown away. This was not supposed to happen. I don't like Twinkies, and I think Ding Dongs are okay. That was unbelievable. Something about it takes on the essence of an overly buttered pancake. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I am now heartbroken because I thought that I had my final 2 picked out that were going to go head to head. And now I'm a little bit worried that we have a third contender.
We have a third contender.
All right, the grand fried finale. Let's kick things off with the peanut butter and jelly. Everything about that works. I'm in love with it. I am in love with the deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
And the batter just sticks to it so well.
Man, that is American. That is ultimate American food.
And for how heavy a PB&J can be, somehow that fry's very light.
Yeah, it goes down easy, that's for sure. All right, oatmeal cream pie. The goo, man. The goo. It legitimately is just goo. I'm crazy about it.
It's such an intense experience. That's the best word I can give it.
And rich. I feel like that's got to be like the richest experience of the day. All right, Twinkie Ding Dong thing.
No. Ding Dongs at Twinkies.
Everything about that one looks wrong. And somehow, it is so right.
I think the thing about it is I think that it's perfect fried food because it somehow comes across as light despite being incredibly fried and heavy. It's crazy.
It's something about
I
it.
would get the Ding Dongs.
I never would have imagined this, but that comes in second place.
Strawberry shortcake.
Yeah,
didn't make the
absolutely.
list. I'm mad.
But as far as first place goes,
Honestly, it's a really hard decision between the three. They're all amazing, but I do also have a number one. Let's see if it's the same.
all right.
3, 2, 1, Uncrustable.
Nah.
Fan, beli tiket
Nah, they can go F around. Ain't no way.